the series number 3, by the way. So we have
Game 1, Series 3, ShadowSoul against DinoBoi. Look at that. Dark against Dino. What a powerful 1v1, Mike.
Yeah, indeed. So you have Dino on the left, right? Versus Shadow. And we're 0-0 in the score right now. I'm just going to try to...
Same rank as well, same rank, only the banner's different. Whose banner wins out? I think it's Sandstorm to Dino boys. Can you see everything, Mike?
Yeah, I can indeed.
Perfect.
It's perfect. For me anyway, so... Let's see again, let's just go over the compositions quickly. We have the double stun comp on both sides, just the fillers are different. So this leper here in the very front. I don't know if he has the... I would really love to see the snuff on this leper, really.
He does, he's got snuff and accuracy, I think bypass stealth, I think that trinket is. Very odd trinket there, but what we are seeing here is the Crusader from ShadowSoul stunning Sandstorm, DinoBoi's Crusader right off the bat. We're going to see the counter stun from the Vestal on who? The Highwayman will stop the riposte. Interesting back and forth with stuns.
Yeah. That's quite an interesting opener, right? So they basically both blocked each other, but or one another, but still we have the Vestal who can stun the leper, I think. And stunning the
exactly.
I would always go for a leper stun, because delaying the leper damage by as much as possible is just crucial.
Also, look at that stun resist. The stun resist on both is reasonably high.
How did this
not go through? He
went
for the bounty hunter because it was that hither. Watch that.
Oh my god.
Really?
Like, that's low chances for both of those moves not to go through, and they both didn't go through.
What do you want to see here from the leper? Do you want to see Revenge coming out, or do you want to see him just chopping down damage?
I don't know if he has the time, but at the same time, like you can bypass, you can skip the Revenge altogether.
He doesn't have Revenge. He doesn't have Revenge. He's only got Purge, Heal, Chop, and Q.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's very cool. I would always just either have a Jester or use Revenge, because you need this accuracy. There's so little accuracy. He has 88 accuracy.
Very lucky. 88 versus 40.
Yeah. It was super unlikely to work. It's like, it's not gonna get any better, like, as the fight progresses, right? Because, I mean...
Also, not a great turn. You would have wanted to see him purge the Crusader, right? Get that stun out as well.
But, like, that's the problem, right? Do you really want to purge the Crusader? Because then he just Holy Lance you in the face twice.
I think you can pay that. I think what we're seeing here is that DinoBoi Sandstorm on the left here has a more healing-centric team. He's got the Solemnity, he's got the Crusader, and he's got the Vestal there. All kind of healing. You know, the Highwayman, the Jester can't heal themselves.
Yeah.
I think we want to see more control here out of DinoBoi.
Well, on the other hand, like, if you let this Crusader just Holy Lance you twice... Like, you probably lose the BH, like, right off the bat. Like, there's no recourse in that then.
I think you can leverage your stuns and kind of... especially with these bleeds, we are seeing these bleeds go through, though. The Crusader is positioned into it as well, though. He's going to have high bleed resist. We don't have the Hemlock on that guy, so it won't be too much DOT damage going through.
Okay, so this BH, I don't think that BH really fits into the narrative that Icon Sandstorm has brought to the table here, really. Like, what does the BH do on this comp other than the executing for the leper? I feel like if you take the Jester instead of the BH in this particular comp, you just have so much more utility.
I think maybe the bounty hunter here was for the movement, because he can uppercut, he can dace, he can change all the stuns around, but he's not doing it here. No. And he's losing this one-on-one stun battler again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he could have pulled the Vestal to the front, possibly, right? That was probably his gambit here, but it's just not working out too well. I mean, you can pull the Vestal, then you can purge the Crusader, and then you have the Vestal rank 1. I think that's what potentially you can be doing here, right? But he's not doing any of that, really, so it's just kind of...
From both positions here, we've got stun teams that... How are they really going to leverage... They've got one character on both teams who can really leverage the stuns. We've got a Bounty Hunter that can do extra damage against a stun target. And we've got a Jester that the DOTs kind of naturally took over. But we've got two stun characters here that really just trading with each other. They're just extending the life of this game without really making much impact on the tempo, the health, or really the game state. I think maybe we're just waiting for one to miss a stun, something like that. A very kind of meager thing that neither of them really capitalizing.
It's a good pull anyway, because it puts the Jester in 4th, which delays this by, like, he cannot finale for at least 2 turns right now. He has very little backward movement, right? So he cannot even harvest, right? So that's kind of
Look at that.
Or that I have not seen pistol shot taken on Highwayman ever. It just goes through right now. That's heavy damage. I actually didn't expect him to have the pistol shot on the Highwayman. It's such an uncommon choice, isn't it?
It is, but I think we can see DinoBoi here leverage around that. If he picks a bounty hunter last, he can take that bleed hit last, and he won't get a hit from ShadowSoul onto him. That's early. I call that premature. I don't know. If I did that with a girl, I think she would kick me out.
Come on. But yeah, it's definitely too soon. That's way too soon. It's like, does he? I think he does take enough damage to go back to Death's Door anyway right now. Oh my god. It's like, what do you do right now? 8 damage per turn. Like, you cannot prevent the death from... I mean...
I don't think you heal. I think
Dino goes first, so...
I mean, I think if I was this Leopard team, Purge increases your accuracy. What I want to see out of a Leopard is just literally a Purge train. Purge.
I would definitely just want to purge that. So
these are lucky hits. These are lucky. He's hitting a lot, but we need to understand these are lucky.
He has 80 accuracy only. I mean, no, I think he purged once. Oh no, he has not purged once, actually. No, he was only using the chops here. Wait, no, he must have purged the Highwayman before.
I think perhaps we're seeing a Zealous here instead of a stun on the other Crusader, which is...
He's trying to do damage, I think. Yeah, actually, those are very interesting compositions because they are quite slow. And it's going to take like a lot of mistakes for either side to lose the fight, I think.
Well, I think they're both slow, explosive. We have the explosiveness of the Leper with the Bounty Hunter on Science Sums, and on ShadowSouls we've got the finale. He's moved for that finale.
Yeah, okay, that's a dead BA.
Did he actually do that? What an odd choice. That was odd, right?
Yeah. Okay. So the finale can't come through, but what can come through though is the Vendetta, for instance. Yeah. Okay.
I'm happy to see that. I prefer a longer game set here, but that was just an odd series of moves. That really shook me, quite frankly, Mike.
I would try. Maybe. I mean,
you want to stun on the Crusader, right?
I mean, he could just take the Jester back to 4th with the BH. He could probably do this. Just hope he doesn't die, and that. Okay, that's a heal from the Crusader.
What I would have liked to see here is Sandstorm's Crusader stunning ShadowSoul's Crusader, because ShadowSoul only has 1 stun against his 2 now. Yeah. That Dirk's out. His finale won't be effective this turn, you know?
Yeah, okay,
you could have even stunned the Jester first.
That's okay, because there's there's no backline access right now. He can illuminate, I think, only. No, he can't. He doesn't have the illumination either. Look at this.
Really? That's
there is
bad.
No way. There is no way this BH dies this turn, and this is so good because he can just. I would just chop the Vestal down and hope there's a crit or something. He just takes her to 0, and 11 to 20 is not okay. Okay. That was so risky. I was like, this was such a low hit
23, and it was 13 to 24. That was very lucky.
Very lucky that he hit that.
We're seeing an insane game today, though. I think we have to appreciate just how odd this entire rally to them again. That's again odd. Is it odd? Could have went with he can't go with the Vessel there, can he? I think we're playing a game with 1 turn ahead here.
Why?
That changed everything.
He could have just. I think he was safe with this. Just to,
okay. Boy.
Oh my god. So now this Jester is just free to finale.
He's gonna cow chops. That cow chops.
That's just he just goes away. Like this BH is just dead to right. So there's no other move available to DinoBoi, right? He just had to use the cow chops. But honestly, can you imagine a Jester instead of a BH?
This is a kill. This has to be a kill. That's a kill. And he's got the finish for another trinket. I think might increases death blow chance.
He also keeps their finale this way. That's very, very good.
This isn't roster. This isn't lot. You would seriously, if we had Sandstorm, DinoBoi, we leveraged those stuns. We stunned maybe the Vessel or the finale guy first. We could have taken this here. So it's not lost yet.
Yeah, no, it's still okay. It's still okay because he has the Vestal in the front, so the Vestal is inert. The Jester's in the 4th. Again, like he cannot do anything useful right now because Dirksepp just does pathetic damage, honestly. And there are no bleeds. He has that core.
How are you going to kill that Jester in the back row? Again, you pushed him back, but you're going to have to illumination him. You can't stun the back row.
Yeah. So the Vestal is stuck. The Crusader can stun. That's the best move he has right now. I think I would just go for a stun on the Seder and try to. Okay.
That was again what we're seeing here. I think is rookie. This isn't quite rookie. I think what we saw earlier, the earlier season series rather, was a rookie game. This is kind of like a medium level game where they know that they should heal if they're about to die, but they don't understand that they don't need to because they're not in danger. He could have went for a stun here and leveraged that, but this is just as explosive and as weird as the past one, even more because both teams are seemingly equally inert almost. A great word for you.
So he can stun the Crusader. Just go for a Crusader stun right now, I think.
Yeah, you kind of have to for the next turn, right?
There's gonna be like chain stun for 2 characters, so he has free reign over the next turn this way.
And this way, when the Jester Dirk stabs in, the Crusader can stun him.
Yeah, I mean, no, I guess so. Yeah, indeed. That's true. I mean, he can just go for a stun. He can stun the. Oh wait, he could have just stunned this. Okay, that's fine as well. I mean, he has so many possibilities. Like there are so many possibilities right now for DinoBoi, right? So
I mean, we say that, but look how quickly they're taking their turns. It's a little bit slower than last time, but this is still quick. Like you've got to rope to burn out. Last a minute, you might as well take it, right?
Yeah, you have 30 seconds per move. So you have 2.
Is that it? Only 30 seconds?
Yeah, it is 30. Yeah, I actually checked it empirically. I sat down with a clock.
That could do with being only 45 seconds, if you ask me. I think we're stun here. We want to see a stun here, right? No, what are you going to do on the Jester to get the dodge down?
Yeah.
To get the dodge down.
That's quite
He's
reasonable.
got 55 debuff resist though. That's a really high debuff resist.
It does go through though. It does go through. So he gets it though. Like that's important, right? 10 dodge Jester is like not even remotely as threatening as a 40 dodge Jester.
It's not a Jester, you know.
Yeah.
40 versus 10 is the difference between 30% dodge chance.
Oh my god, the Devler goes through. That's a game now. That's a game.
How many times have we seen this Crusader with a sword through the back of his fucking bunch in rank 2? Jesus Christ, I'm getting amnesia. We're in the Matrix right now, Mikefield. What on earth is going on?
So this Vesta just stays useless right now because like he can move her now.
Like,
but
it feels like she's not been moved for 4 turns. How has it only been this turn she's been moved?
No idea. Look at it. The Jester is not gonna get the finale of this game. I'm gonna bet my ass on this. Like there's no way this Jester does anything useful.
He would need to push the turn 9, right? The 3 Dirk stabs at least with a purge.
Yeah, stun goes through as well on the Vesta right now, which is also super important now because DinoBoi has 2 stuns, so potentially there's only going to be 1 active character on the side of Shadow.
And that active character only has a Dirk stab, which does very little damage. It's only really used for its finishing blow.
Yeah. Also,
that's a big crit though. That is good. You leverage that with the Dirk stab. He's going to need to heal here.
He has to heal this.
That really messed up with his stun rotation.
Yeah, indeed. Like, but no, don't do this.
Oh,
just heal.
Mike. You know what I might do it. I don't know. Healing is the best option, but you might just want to go for a stun.
I mean, like, you don't want to stun the Highwayman because the repose goes through anyway if you stun him. So
yeah, I mean illuminate the Jester, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's like,
I think the difference there is playing 1 turn behind or playing 1 turn forward. Now you're 1 turn behind on the stun, getting it to see exactly. Now we're 1 turn behind the entire time.
Oh no, that's that kind of.
We're gonna see a killer. We are gonna see a killer. What? That's a kill.
Oh,
see, I told you. 83%. That's the kill. I told you, man.
Wonderful. Okay, so
this is Gypsy Blood, brother.
This looks really bad for ShadowSoul right now, because I mean, what do you do?
I mean, it's turn 8 and we've not seen a finale. I think what we do is we invest money in a time machine.
Yeah.
And we go back 7 turns and we try and use our finale, right?
I mean, come on. So he can heal the Crusader. He can get the vessel out of Death's Door this way. Safely. That's very important, right? So he gets the stun on the 3rd rank, so the Jester wastes a turn. And right now he just gets a healing from the Crusader, and you know, the lever can. I would not be purging those corpses.
I mean, every single turn.
No!
He can finale. He can finale now.
No! What did you do? What have you done? What have you done, DinoBoi?
He can stun the Jester. He can stun the Jester. He can stun the. Wow, dummy!
Oh, you just make.
Boy, this is a veteran play.
Oh my god, no way he did that.
What the fuck
Why
is
would
going
you
on,
purge that? Like he had full control of this game.
Go, Crusader, kill the Crusader.
Yeah,
kill the
yeah,
Crusader.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it's probably still Dino still has this game even if he loses a character.
I don't think so. This is fucking wild. Like, how did this is just mad? Do they not read what their abilities do? This is mental.
Oh, goodbye, Crusader. Yeah, there's no way he survives this.
It's as simple as that now.
Yeah, he has to heal the vessel as well, or he loses head.
Every single turn,
No!
No! Good play, good play, good play.
No,
he gets to kill him the Jester. He gets to kill him the Jester now.
Probably. Like, he has to hope he does get it, right? That's the thing.
What if he doesn't? He can still heal anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he's probably dead actually, finally.
Okay, that's
These have been lucky. Gypsy called them, but DinoBoi's got an 83% and then a 75%. That's very lucky. Very lucky boy, right?
Yeah, indeed. So that's curtains. Now there's like nothing he can do. I think like with the Vestal being alive and with how much healing she provides, there's like zero ways of. Like also that he cannot target the Vestal in any way or form right now. So it's just
what an absurd game though, Mike. Yeah. What an absurd game. This is crazy.
GG Cole.
So. The MC Escher, those paintings where they're upside down staircases and things.
Yeah, ShadowSoul taps out though. ShadowSoul taps out of this, and I'm just gonna give the players some time, some privacy, so that there's no stream sniping right now going on. So just give those players some time to switch their compositions if they're willing to do so. And we'll just wait those, 3-5 minutes, I guess, and we'll go into the next game. I'm very curious what they bring to the table then, right? Because they are allowed to change the compositions if they want to do so.
What would you like to see change then, Mike? I think that perhaps wasn't a composition, not even an error, but just that was a very interesting playstyle from both. We went for very odd times to go incredibly aggressive, to jump from mental kill out of nowhere. We saw him go for an 83% death blow chance, and he got it. And then right after that, he got a 75%. So I think whilst DinoBoi did, we think he had the lead in that quite aggressively all the time.
Yeah.
It's also interesting to think that RNG was kind of like his god. Do you ever get that feeling sometimes where you just go, this is a kill, this is just a kill?
If I have a finisher on my BH, then yeah. But generally speaking,
we didn't even see a finisher from that. That was a 17% chance kill, and again, it's my gypsy blood, Mike. I'm sure you might have a little bit in you too. You felt it, you did feel it. You just knew that was going to go through both of those.
It stings. It really hurts to see that stuff, though.
Just explosive gameplay, so explosive.
Yeah. So let's just see what those guys make, what changes those guys make. Let's just wait for them to be ready. I think like one of the players is ready. Okay, both of them actually went into the game right now.
Here we go.
They're so stubborn. I think I would really be switching compositions every single game. If I were to play a best of 3, I would be switching comps for sure.
Well, how would you change? I think you would just...
we're playing
Doctor!
See, ShadowSoul made some changes. He plays a stress comp with a PD.
This is insane. This is insane. There's very little movement here from Sandstorm. He can't pull. All he can do is purge. This Plague Doctor...
I mean, he can stun the PD.
Enough on that man-at-arms?
He can just perma-stun the PD, though. So, the thing is the Leper has no revenge. Oh, also, Dino has actually picked up a Jester here, which should facilitate a lot of...
It's such an interesting change. We swapped from a Bounty Hunter to a Jester, and a Jester to a Plague Doctor. Can you imagine that? One antithetical change. Crazy.
Okay, ShadowSoul has just kind of changed the entire composition here. He is playing Stress right now. But I would really love to see revenge on the Leper. I don't know why, against also not having an Arbalest against the Bellows spam, I think is gonna really hurt him in this particular situation, because that's just gonna be a crapload of Bellows coming through.
I think if you are taking the Leper, so revenge, you need at least 3 turns to kind of leverage that extra damage properly.
Yeah.
This will easily be to turn 4, right? And we've got a Crusader and a Vessel on both sides here. Again, we've seen this Crusader here. For DinoBoi in third, can't stun his daze. He can't Holy Lance forward either until the right at the end. It's just an interesting game set already. We've got both stuns here from ShadowSoul still, right until the end as well. Really interesting turn order. This just kind of panned out well for him here.
Okay, so Actually, the stun misses though. That's very important. Like, you know, the Crusader just needs to be dropping the stress. Like, he needs to be dropping those accusations. And if he just doesn't even get the stun through, that's like a bonus 10 for Sandstorm. In its entirety, he's just wasted the entire move on that stun.
A 55% dodge, I think. That's kind of a coin. That's a big hit too.
Yeah, it's like, that's the slapper for you, right? He really has a lot of damage. Like, on those upper brackets of the damage, he actually can smash your face. But, you know, it's 10 to 19, as you can see. It's like, it's quite likely.
That's a big heal, though. That is a big heal. Vestal does heal like a lovely nun. That Holy Knight, that crits, he's fucking right back down. Let's see. Only 14, only 14.
But that's like 4 bleed damage on the Crusader he cannot get rid of anyway. So that's quite good, right?
I think also what we're seeing here is that the heavy prot guys...
protection.
There we go. The ball work. A little bit too late. But it's perfect to see it. Perfect comp to use it against.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very surprised. Actually, that's another reason why I would definitely be making some changes here and there, right? Because
exactly,
like, you just get countered, and you just, if you can kind of lure your opponent into making a change against your previous composition, you pivot into something entirely different. You just kind of get your opponent by surprise, I think. And right now, Shadow is in a very tough spot because he's gonna get bellowed. That protection is like, this is 40% protection of the Crusaders. Like, I don't think he can kill this. We do have a clear debuff on the Crusader. That's very. Yeah. We want to start perhaps seeing that Crusader doing that when it reaches 2 bellows now, because it's not like the Obelisk. It can't kill everyone all off the start. But maybe he just wants to stun instead. This is a very difficult thing to kind of comprehend when you're playing. There's about 50 different options every single turn, and all of them have different RNG. Really in depth here. A heal. Right, so he's just trying to keep the Crusader of the Depths Door just away from the finale range. And I think like with this much protection, it mathematically might just work. So it's gonna be, I think we'll just see a very, very slow game with Shadow eventually winning. That's my bet anyway. I just bet my money on Shadow right now. Though this actually removes the guard.
Shadow's playing way too passively there. I think that was a silly heal. He's got 2 stuns here, and he's leveraged himself. He's anti-leveraged himself. I love the word leverage, sorry. He's got 3 stuns. He's got 3 stuns on a team of 4, and they both have the same amount of stunners. If you're in that position, you've Mikefielded it, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so the PD just gets the stress off, though. I think if he plays this slow, Shadow has a very, very real shot at winning this. Because I think he can just play this super, super slow. Oh, wait, what is this? Why?
Plague grenades.
Why Plague?
Yeah, and I see what he's doing though.
Why?
He's got the Zealous accusation going down.
I mean, so that's not a stress. That's not enough stress to win the game then. I thought this PD was going to be nuking Icon Sandstorm here. He's going to be nuking the, DinoBoi here, but it's not happening. So, like, I think Occultist would have just been way better of a choice here instead of the PD.
It's a shame to see the PD in a position where she is being, I think for lack of a better word, locked down, or lack of a better phrase. She's just done nothing on turn 3 here. The kind of on the face of things, these are both control compositions. Again, you're trying to get a stun. That is high accuracy base, but it's against a Jester who's at least 40 starts right now. It's not going to hit. You want to get the Crusader. I don't know, something like that. Who knows? I don't think that finale is going to get a kill right now. 3 stuns.
Here,
what do you do like?
Yeah. So, I suppose like with this many stuns, is eventually going to be a kill for the Jester. Yeah. So he cannot out heal this, I guess. I thought he was going to be able to out heal this, but right now I'm not really sure anymore. Because like with this many bellows, I think like eventually you should be able to just kind of outpace.
Seeing him clear the debuff there, that was a smart clear of the debuff. He's going for he's going for a kill soon, and that Crusader is.
I don't think he can do it yet.
He's right.
So he cannot do the finale yet. I think that's just
not yet. I wouldn't use it now. No. Come on, boy.
It's way too far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those bleed goes through on the Crusader.
It's lucky to get the bleed on the Crusader. Yeah. He does have the bloody coin, but it's still lucky.
Does the coin actually increase the bleed, Chad?
It does, 20%.
It does actually. Okay, right. So that's good. That's good for him then.
We do have a stunning blow on the Jester though. We're starting. Here we are. We're starting to see the stuns shift around.
Yeah.
We've just seen ShadowSoul be stunned for 3 turns straight. And now he's starting to get a little bit of leverage back, but he's not stunning the right people.
Yeah,
You want to go for Vestal on Crusader or something like that.
Yeah.
Get something out there, right?
What is the use of the PD in this composition, though? That's my question. Oh, it misses on the Jester. It's the most important target for the Bellow. It actually misses on the Jester.
Yeah. So I think the point of the PD here is he's got a Zealous Accusation, a little bit of damage. He wants to maybe do damage to the front and the back row. Maybe he underestimates the effectiveness of the minus accuracy. Maybe he's trying to make a kind of hybrid build and he's not quite managed it. But
Yeah.
I think he's trying to do about 3 or 4 things at once and he can only do 2 of those effectively.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing him being countered by a team that's just focusing on stunning, just keeping him locked down. And it's really paying dividends.
Yeah, but
Another crazy love.
because if this is a stress combo, I'd really love to see Hound Master instead of the PD, or even someone super tanky like an Abomination here, just with the trinket, just with the riposte, right? Just having a lot of HP and defense, and just because I feel like then he could have actually done something. By the way, I think also Abomination deals with the Jester very well, and with the Leper, so maybe taking the Able would have been the better choice here for sure.
Well, I think from ShadowSoul's perspective, what we see here is that he's trying to leverage the stuns with the Blight. But what's happened for him is that he's been... Who won the coin, do you remember? I would imagine it's DinoBoi. I would imagine it's because of the way the stuns have paced out here, but it could have been the other way around. Either way, ShadowSoul here has not leveraged stuns effectively, and he's just fucked, right? You're just fucked.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You need to change here.
He hasn't accomplished anything in this fight so far. Like, he has not done any stress damage, he hasn't done any normal damage either. This Orienting Blast, that's the last resort really. It works though, it actually works. So he delays the inevitable for another turn, I suppose. You can try to stun the Jester as well, right? So that's kind of the nice thing. So the Jester can be just stuck in the third for a while, for 2 turns now if he stuns him too.
Even if he's stuck in the third, he's going to be getting heavy bleeds off. Like, Harvest is as potent as Finale. It's just
it is indeed.
Especially because how we're seeing Sandstorm is taking... He's just using these stuns to amplify the DOT damage, make them tick another turn.
So... I would just go for a stun on the Jester,
Crusader,
honestly.
right?
I would just go for the Jester. Yeah, I would just remove the Jester from the fight for 2 turns this way. Because... Okay, goes for the Satyr though. I think
ShadowSoul needs to take control of the stun game here. He can't keep being stunned every turn. What we're seeing, like... Sandstorm DinoBoi here is in like 5th gear. And we're seeing ShadowSoul here in just 3rd gear, lagging behind. And he's not...
Yeah.
Not pushing forward to take control. He's been behind by like 2 times the entire game. How are you going to win behind that way?
I have
you
no
need to
idea.
do something to take control.
Because if you play the super slow tanky comp, I think like an Antiquarian or a Hellmaster just does enough stress to, you know, allow you to play this very, very slow contained game.
You'd hate to see that resist. You really hate to see that. There's something the opposite of what you want to see.
Ouch. I think that's just over for ShadowSoul. Like he tried. I like the composition he brought to the table, except for the PD there. Like,
I don't think. Well, I don't think it's over yet. The idea I think is the PD. This is a very heavy control build, and PD is the only character that can reliably clear kind of DOTs. What's happening is he's been pulled out here. This Divine Comfort again. It's 12 crit, you see. If ShadowSoul here plays very, very, very slowly, we could see a turn 16 win. Maybe a turn 13 win.
I think. Like he took too much damage there. He took too much damage. Also, the Vestal is right now. Oh yeah, I would be stunning this. I would definitely be stunning this instead of doing what he's doing here. But
his Plague Doctor is dead. His Plague Doctor is dead.
Yeah. Also, the Vestal is probably gonna get stunned for ShadowSoul right now because she's in third, right? Because of that purge. So it's another big issue.
Yeah. What we're seeing now is ShadowSoul can be Vestal stun his. He can't stun that Vestal back. That's weird. Yeah, weird. Odd. It's weird.
That's very much uncalled for, I think. But so I guess he was trying to. So, what do you do with the PD now? Do you try to heal yourself, or do you try to like do last resort?
You don't heal yourself. I mean, this is why. on the face of things, this was a very strong team for the Plague Doctor to be against, because there's very, very little move. It's only Purge, right?
Yeah.
But somehow he's in second rather. Plague Doctor's in second. Somewhere along these 6 turns, you've got to realise that there was just giant lucky dodge there. Lucky dodge.
Yeah.
Didn't have the finish run, but still the innate death blow.
It was very good as well. Like the shuffle actually put the Jest in 4th, right? So that's very, very decent right now. So it's very hard. It's very hard to tell what's gonna happen right now. Seriously, in this, so like the thing is, like, we've seen this for quite a while.
The stun goes through.
The ShadowSoul just was playing super defensively here, and this is he's not doing any stress damage at all.
I remember about 3 or 4 turns ago, I wanted to say to you that it is starting to stress up in ShadowSoul's favour.
No.
Now it's turn 7 and there are no afflictions. By at least, I mean, it's a weird build. You perhaps would have liked to have seen accuracy, the other thing. I can't remember what they're called. You know, the other accuracy debuff back row thing on Plague Doctor.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah.
Just kind of odd, a very interesting and weird game. I'm not sure it's even over yet. But I think what we have seen here is stuns are... If you let stuns run rampant, it's just fun, mate. What are you doing?
Okay, he's not had fun 4th again. I mean, like, it's very, very late for the Affliction to come through on 10-7 for a stress team, right? That's just...
late.
That's just... You should be getting the Afflictions turn 3 at latest. Honestly, if you play this, so that's just I think that's just
he's being stunned here again.
Yeah,
like that.
3 characters stunned. Like, that's just 0 possibilities for him to do anything next turn. Oh,
he's just going to move to the front.
Yeah, that's smart. I think I can relate to that, but he's going to get stunned again. I think. It's very likely that, you know, ShadowSoul just picks the Vestal.
He's got 40 dodge. It's you say it's likely. He doesn't have many accuracy. I mean,
Vestal has
likely a lot of... It's likely, right?
Vestal has 115.
He's going to go with the Crusader. Oh, yeah.
Okay, he gets it though. That's lucky. I'll just go for the Vestal. Look, he wants to be healing, I guess, right? He wants to be healing.
I don't think it's lucky, but it's always a chance. It's everything is a big crit. Like, that's a chance. You know, he's gone here now. You can get a Holy Lance on him. That's got if he's got the sword, that's got, what is it, 10% death blow chance on it?
Yeah. I actually like the comp by DinoBoi. Like, it's slow, but it gets the job done, right? It probably loses to those...
Yeah,
it probably loses to damage over time comps, though, because I feel like the dots will just demolish...
If you replace the Leper with a Flagellant and put Hemlock on the Flagellant and the Jester, that's my comp, and it's insanely strong. It's really strong. It's really strong, really, really strong. I'm loving seeing these controllables, though, because it's the stage of the game now where even kind of people who play the game just for fun, you know, like they aren't a kind of streamer or it's weirdo like me playing all the time. They're starting to play weirder builds right now, like this, and they're starting to realise they work. They just need to play better for them to work.
I can't help the feeling that, you know, ShadowSoul's hands were tied from the get-go here. Like, there's very little you could have done in this game to you know, just do things better, really. Like, what could he have possibly done to alleviate this amount of stuns without an Arbalest?
I think, if we think about it like this, at the beginning of the game, they were both given the chance and the choice, and that choice was, you have 2 stuns against 2 stuns. You leverage that as well as you can to properly optimize your turn economy, especially because we've got Blights from the Plague Doctor and we've got Bleed from that Jester there. So what we would want to have seen from ShadowSoul here is very early on, when he was getting triple stunned. If you get triple stunned, it's game over. Like, you've made such bad decisions in your turn order.
True.
Like, you're stunning the wrong people at the wrong time, so you're not applying enough damage, enough pressure. He's been on the back foot by 2 turns for so long now.
Yeah.
I really want to see something different next game.
There's not gonna be next game, I think, right? Because I think, like, if Dino wins this, it's just series over, right? Because Dino won the previous. I think Dino won the previous one, right? Sure. So now it's gonna be like there's gonna be the end of it. If Dino wins this one, it's just gonna be the end of the series altogether.
Such an interesting build from both, but little experience playing them, I think.
Yeah.
So fun though, so fun. You love to see it.
Also, this Jester is so stacked right now. Look at this. Like, I don't know how much damage he has. Like, it's 10. It's turn number 10. Does he have like 400% damage right now?
You could do that. Just use it on the Vestal. I just like close my eyes and click.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. He might just one shot. Like no,
it's only 120. It's only 120.
Oh wait, because the buff doesn't the buff doesn't stack indefinitely. It just has duration though. And he was stunned a lot on the Jester. He was also stunned a lot on the Jester, so that's why. So maybe if the Jester just dies, but no, there's a Vestal heal and a Crusader heal available right now. So
look at that stressor that we have Anna killed. He's dead. He's dead. The plate is. He's not going to die. He is. He's dead. He's dead. So yeah.
So, I mean, this might be the Jester though in response, right? I'll just go for the kill here on the Jester if I were Shadows.
I think if you kill the Jester, it's still a difficult fight though.
Yeah, it is. But you know, those guys are stressed as hell. So if this kill goes through this die, okay, that's GG now. Because there's just a character less, that's a Jester that has that finale available still. And that heal goes, there's just no way you can ever kill anybody right now for ShadowSoul, I think. And the Jester is eventually going to get the damage through, like he's just eventually gonna finale the Crusader maybe. Who's gonna be low HP from the Leper's turn right now. Chop goes through, 13 damage.
Not yet.
I think that's finale.
If we've seen anything from these games, Mike, it's that people, they can play bad, especially when there's an affliction on board.
Yeah.
The turn order might be a little bit wrong. If ShadowSoul is stuns properly, it's a 2v3 in his favor, with his tempo advantage.
Yeah, but he needs to stun the Jester right now, or the Crusader just dies, I feel.
Yeah. Who with, though? With the Crusader or the Vestal? What do you go with?
Oh, you can. That's not a bad idea, honestly. No, you cannot finale the Vestal. So this might not be that bad of a move, because this also means that the Crusader actually gets to do something. But yeah, he has seriously high debuffs right now. So
what we see here is a defensive play. Though he could have just stunned the Jester instead, right?
Yeah. But maybe this keeps the Crusader healthy enough, that there is no threat of the finale for a while.
Well, there's always the threat of the finale when you're at 20 health, 26 health. There's Crusader, Holy Lance, Leper, Chop, Holy Lance, finale. He's gone. Someone's going to die this turn. Someone's dead this turn.
Yeah, you might be right. So
if he plays properly.
Yeah. So what do we do here? I guess the chop goes through right now, and then he just tries the finale afterwards, right?
I think I'd check the finale damage first, though, right? Well, or not? Boom, chop. Well, he's quitting. That's probably got it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be the finale now. Yeah, because you cannot Holy Lance the Crusader, right? You cannot Holy Lance the Crusader. But that should just be enough for the Jester to do the damage, to do the deed, to remove the Crusader.
I mean, again, we see.
Oh, that's not enough damage. That's
nice, exactly.
Protection and Bellow as well. So it's minus 60% damage. That's
so
crazy.
Insane. It's turn 11.
Oh,
this is the perfect thing about heavy. Oh! 1! It's a 0! It's a 0! That says 0 to me. 0 out of 52. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, the Devlo goes through though.
What a ridiculous game. What an absurd game.
I mean, that was a low chance finale, first of all. It was this was a very risky call to use that finale there. But then the Crusader just confirms the kill. And he doesn't he doesn't have the Writ of Execution, still gets the kill anyway. That's so funny. Oh wow, that was just
every single game of Darkest Dungeon. I feel like there's some sort of curse on these streams where mental shit happens.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fucking crazy.
Because if that Crusader had actually lived through the finale and didn't get executed with the stunning blow, I think we had the game on our hands. Now it's just over.
Yeah, I mean, this was stuck in first now.
If the Crusader had lived there, I think this was definitely going to. Okay, ShadowSoul had a shot at this at least. Now he just lost that shot, I think.
Are we sure this is the last game?
Yeah.
Damn, I'd love to have seen another game against this. So close, man.
Because Dino is 1-0, so it's gonna be over right now.
For glory, for the fucking Mikefield title.
Yeah.
Absolutely killer. You've won it, DinoBoi, sorry. To be honest, though, I think we need to give ShadowSoul, if not F's in the chat, fucking respect for just sitting stunned for 12 turns.
Yeah.
12 turns being permanently stunned. That's not fucking fun.
Can you imagine the slapper with revenge buff on him? Like, over the course of 12 turns, how much more damage he would have done with that?
That's what, 300%, 400%?
Yeah. That's just ridiculous that he doesn't have the revenge. With a build this slow, you really want to have the revenge on board. I just don't understand why he doesn't have it.
I think it's this kind of dissonance between... You don't have Hemlock on either the Jester or the Leper, so I think they want to get the quick first kill and then control from there.
Like, revenge just gives you so much, though. And you can still decide not to use it, right? It's just good to have it in
Revenge does make you take more damage, though. It does make you take more damage. It is kind of a double-edged sword that way.
It's not that much, 15% for...
It's 35, it's 35, it's 35.
No, you take 15% more, and you do 35% more damage.
Really? It's only 15%?
Yeah, it's just 15... It always makes sense to take it, I
thought it was 35% damage taken. Take revenge over time, it's done then, yeah.
But I died to it because it actually amplifies the damage over time as well. So I died to the revenge debuff because I thought I was gonna take 6 damage, I took 7 because of revenge. And my leper just died from stress, I think. So
I think, looking back at this game, what do you think the lessons we've learned are? Because I would say, fuck stun. And
I would say,
I don't even know.
I would say, do not take PD, take a Houndmaster instead, and you suddenly are winning this game, I feel. Because if you had like the Red Hook Houndmaster in the 4th row, spamming Hound's Harry every single turn in this context, in the game as slow as this one, you know, this would have been like consistent bleed damage and also consistent stress. Like, the crit stress is huge. He would be stressing for 30. Imagine the crits as well, like kind of stacking over the course of 14 turns, where this Houndmaster just goes unchecked, because this would have been an unchecked Houndmaster over the duration of this entire game. There's like zero way for DinoBoi to access the 4th row.
I think what we're thinking here, though, is ShadowSoul, we both saw heavy control builds, but the difference is from DinoBoi we saw a damaged Leper control build, and from ShadowSoul we saw a Blight stress build. And really, the issue isn't that the Plague Doctor was misused, it's that strategically ShadowSoul was stunned the entire game, 3 at a time. If you've got 2 stuns on your team and you're managing to keep 3 people stunned reliably, I mean, how does that fucking make sense? I'm not a mathematician, but 2 doesn't equal 3, in my opinion, right? It's...
So maybe he did actually misplace the stuns a little bit, right? He probably could have actually avoided a little bit of those stun locks. But I think like the PD just doesn't resonate with this composition.
I mean, Mike, on turn 15... The Plague Doctor, if used well, would have done so much more damage. Imagine if she got a Plague Grenades out once every 2 turns. Just once every 2 turns, yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
That's 30 times, that's a fucking 30 times 7. I'm not smart, you can do that. That's enough damage for me. Like, that's enough damage for me, right? This is just mental. I think stun here is... Everyone watching hopefully has learned an important lesson about turn order and stun.
Yeah. I mean, like, in ShadowSoul's defense, though, he had to deal with the threat of the Jester all time long, right? All the time. That's another thing, right? So he couldn't just keep stunning the Crusader and the Vestal, but he also had to manage the Jester. And also, he had like 0 access to the Vestal of DinoBoi, so that's another piece of the puzzle here, I think, that kind of killed him, really.
I think, perhaps the only way we could have seen ShadowSoul take the advantage with the Plague Doctor is if he was on the coin, got some blighted damage going early. That way, he might not have been under constant attack all the time. He could have maybe got some more blight out, get the correct stuns, rather than having to stun that Jester all the time to keep him out of finale range. But still, we saw that finale in turn 13. It was always a threat. It was a threat, but it wasn't a reality. And I think that's something about Jester that, especially in our tier list, we talk about being so instrumental in winning.
Yeah. I feel like those zealous accusations that ShadowSoul used may have actually sealed the deal. Like, if he had actually been stunning the Crusader there instead, he may have had enough time for the PD to do some damage, right?
Zealous it's one of these interesting abilities where you can never. It's difficult to make a pure stress team, right? ShadowSoul was almost a pure stress build, but just with plague grenades instead of the accuracy darts. Soulstorm here with the leper, he wants to be using Zealous to get more damage in, especially to mix with that Hue or that chop from the leper on the first two.
That's a tough call, really. Like I feel like he. Oh, never mind. I felt like ShadowSoul had a chance in this game. They should. If he had just been able to slow the game down and just use the PD to inflict the damage, he just wasn't able to.
I mean,
and I think that's just the story of the game, right? That's what you've
been
saying.
When a game comes down to turn 17,
yeah,
I think there were. So you have 4 chances times 4 for your abilities, so that's 4 by 4 times 17. That's how many chances you had to turn this game around.
Yeah.
And that's enough. That's enough chances for me, I think. You know.
Yeah. You had 17 turns, do stress damage, and this freaking leper is still not even afflicted. That's. I think that kind of tells the story of the game as well. Like, I think PD row 4 just doing stress damage consistently across the board. I think this would have kind of done it.
I've literally stressed myself out more than ShadowSoul has just listening to Korn playing Overwatch. Look at him go down.
Yeah.
Oh, what an interesting game though. Turn 17. So many fucking ups and downs in that row.